Team STORROR is a group of friends that grew up in the south of England that basically share a passion for parkour and adventure.
We happen to have a massively diverse range of skills that allows us to take on a lot of crazy projects.
Places we never would have gone without the team.
Doing parkour in skyscrapers in Asia.
Diving off bridges in Basel.
Running around deserts.
Running away from monkeys on rooftops in India.
Always thinking bigger, trying to be more creative.
Constantly looking for another adventure.
It kind of makes perfect sense for us to set our sights into the gaming world.
There's never been a project that has got us as excited as this one.
STORROR Parkour Pro is the first parkour game solely about parkour and its culture.
Connecting with your mates across the world, free roaming, multiplayer options.
On the starting line with like all of your mates to have some crazy race across town.
An open world exploration game where there'll be missions,
training, doing new challenges,
evading security,
time trials,
massive roof gaps, slides through flumes, huge wall runs.
Become immersed to a level at which you actually feel like you're a part of this sport.
We want to build into the game the most ambitious animation technology.
Taking the motion capture to a whole new level.
Completely fluid so that it feels exactly like you're doing parkour in real life.
People always say, I really want to be able to do this, or I would love to be able to try parkour.
There'll be a process of kind of character progression, learning the skills and abilities that you need.
Through the tutorials, sharing techniques.
That's it, that's it.
Our goal is to make STORROR Parkour Pro the most progressive urban sports game ever.
The effect that this could have on the parkour community is similar to what the Tony Hawk's franchise did for skateboarding. And having a parkour game on major consoles is going to completely change the
Did that kill the stream? I bet it did, didn't it? I pressed the wrong button. Please tell me to pick the stream back up straight away. Are we live? I clicked stop streaming instead of... Oh my god, no, we are still live. Alright, sweet. I meant to stop the trailer playing and then stop the stream. Yo, 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 what's cracking lacking? What's up, Sam? What's up, Brian? What's up, Tyan? What's up, Ninja? Wow, we've got a lot of people in the stream straight away. Really good stream. Do you already have a departure date? Wait, hang on, let me go in order. Had issues with PS5 controller and DSX. DS doesn't... does DSX work with PS5? I thought that was only for PS4. Do you already have a departure date? As in a release date? Not a specific date, no. In the next couple of weeks, if we can get it sorted, is the aim. We don't have a specific date. What's up? Hello, hi. Are you the sole dev? No, I'm not the sole dev. I'm not even the most important dev, to be honest. No, I'm the sole artist we've got working actively on the game at the moment. Sounds like as an Unreal artist. But I don't do any of the actual coding or the programming. That's Dad and David. DS4 is PS4, DSX is PS4 is... Oh, right, okay. Emulating Xbox controller works, but native input doesn't. Oh, right. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, that might... Does Dado fix that? I know Dado was looking at baking in controller support into the game at one point, so you wouldn't have to emulate and use DS4 or anything like that. I can't remember if he got it to work. I know we was having issues with it, but it would work with some controllers and not others. I can't remember if he solved it or not, but he might have done, to be fair. This is what happened, yeah. Yeah, no, this is not a one-man. It's a small team, don't get me wrong, it's a very small team. Really, it's just 2 developers and then me. But no, it's not a one-man. If it's not currently working, it will be soon. Soon's a relative term, but you know what I mean. I know it's something he was looking at. Someone's covered it up. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Matthew? Mateo? Mateo? I feel like it's Mateo. I feel like I got it wrong the first time. Yeah. It's just because they're still relatively new. And I guess because there was so much hassle trying to actually get one at the start that, like, most people didn't bother, I suppose. I need to hang on. I've got the wrong music playing. This is messing me up. My vibe's all my vibe failing vibe check. I'm gonna try this for now. This is closer. I don't know if this is the right vibe. It's closer. Do I speak French? No. I was about to butcher the like 3 words or something that I know, but it would just be insulting. So no, I don't speak French. I wish I could speak more languages, but no. I did. I'm not really doing anything right now. I'm just sort of fiddling. Sony never plays well with desktop games. Well, it's because like Xbox works natively because it's just Windows. It's Microsoft, and then it's because it's Sony and it's not natively built in, and that then you've got to like emulate it and you've got to force it to work, and it's like a whole thing. Hey, what's up, Doc? It's getting there slowly. It should be a lot further in, but I've been phenomenally busy at work. Unfortunately, I had a client in today, and I had to stay with him and escort him for like 7-8 hours, something straight. But it is what it is. So it's getting there, not as fast as I'd like it to. Dragging the wrong thing. You know what? Let's up a little bit. On the 24-hour attempts, yes. Although that messed me up for a while, you know. I didn't get the sleep back to normal for like 3 days. It really messed me up. I felt sick. I was getting, you know when you don't sleep enough and your body starts using adrenaline to try and keep you awake. I started getting that, and I was getting like heart palpitations, and I felt sick for like for like 2-3 days. So it was weird. It messed me up. Yeah, anyway, we've got all of the block out done. And I've got some procedurally made like wall meshes and that, which actually I need to make some adjustments for, but that will come, I'll do that later. So now I need to trace the block out with these to make it look good. Keep the multicolored stuff as the simple collision. Prop dress it, foliage, decals, vertex painting and all that. And then I need to go back into these source meshes and like this sort of like goopy concrete. There's too much of it. I need to tone it down. It's too heavy. It looks cool in just like isolated meshes like this, but once you start doing it on mass, it's too much. So yeah, I need to stop faffing about and actually do work because I'm so far behind. I say as I go to check Discord. Also, let me know if any of the audio is messed up or anything, because I had like an audio bug earlier that I was fixing and then messing with levels and stuff, so I'm not 100% certain if the audio is working right or not at the moment. Yes, it should be a lot further along, but you know, it's not. Although, exciting times, I have got the location pins now for all of the other scenes I have to make. And now that this pipeline's mostly sorted, I should fly through the scenes fairly quickly, assuming I have time to actually work on them. Need foliage for product rendering. What products are you rendering? I mean, it sounds cool, but rendering. Ah. I've got little projects I want to start doing. Actually, I was planning it earlier when I was escorting the client, because I had some downtime where I could just sit and chill on my phone, but I still had to like be near him just to like keep an eye type thing. Where I want to. So I've planned like an adventure module for D&D, and I want to model. I want to like 3D model the environment for the adventure and everything, and then I'll sell the model to be 3D printed, like so people can 3D print it along with the adventure module if they want to play it as well, or they can just get individual parts of the models, things like that. Make it like a whole package. Yeah, that's all it is. Just like you say, same as you, just a little bit of extra money as a side hustle. Excuse me. Hopefully they did well for you. Fingers crossed, mate. It. Yes, on the one hand, yes, it is. On the other hand, it can't be. It's impossible to be oversaturated. Because, so like, yes, it's massively saturated. There's tons of stuff in place. There's loads of things you can get everywhere. But there's effectively an infinite number of projects being made at any given moment, which means there's an infinite need for resources. People love to spend money on just cool shit, which a lot of time is 3D models. And people that have 3D printers, like myself, tend to, and friends of mine, tend to buy models they don't necessarily need because they like them. Or because they've got like a little project that it might work in or something like that. So there's a lot, but not enough for there to be no market. That makes sense. So it's a weird case where both are true, I think. Honestly, a lot of it's just having the guts to price it there, to be honest. Especially if it's just like a side hustle. If you don't need it to sell quickly, if you're not like, I need the money now, you can afford for it to wait a little bit. It's just having the guts to price it there. Oh no, it's that back wall, isn't it? Oh, which is way longer. Hey, what's up, Mortalk? $100. Oh, God, it's actually despicable. It really is, man. Take me back to the days when AAA released for 30 quid. Please. It's ridiculous. Honestly, do you know what's nuts? I'm a game dev, and even I'm saying, like, the bay's sounding good. I'm not. I can't. Professionally, I can't say that. It's just greedy, though. Let's be honest. It's just pure greed. I am actually adjusting this map ever so slightly to fit. Hey, what's up, Duke? That's what you've been waiting on? What, this level? Or me stream? You're bored of Dado streams, ain't you? Dado and David streams, they're boring. We should just... No. I was going to say I should just be the one streaming all the time, but I can't say that because Dado will make me the one streaming all the time. And I don't have time for that. Ah! Shit, he's in the stream. Hello, Dado. How are you? How long have you been here? Triple industry crash in the next few years is going to be executive. Make the price point disgustingly high to the point where they just won't be bought anymore. I mean... Oh, you told him yesterday you like mine? Honestly, yeah, they do. They do half an hour work and then an hour of coffee break. It's outrageous. Mate, I can never be busted for anything. I'm single-handedly keeping this company afloat. They can't afford to bust me. They would never financially recover from busting me. Where do I want this lined up with? Oh no. That looks kind of weird. It kind of needs to be the same... I mean, that still looks weird, to be honest. No, the pillar needs to rotate. I do indeed, I do. Also, I noticed Dado taking over my 24-hour stream didn't finish the 24 hours. I went back and checked. To be fair, David streams are good. I like David streams. I'm loving this. I'm having a great time. Spam. Honestly, half the time these are the replies I get from them on Discord. He'll message me and they'll be like, "You streaming tonight?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm busy, I'm out, whatever." He'll just send me ... That's it. I'm like, alright, sweet. Did you manage to make them into squares, not rectangles? What? So. I don't know. I mean, They are squares now. I don't actually know if it plays. Do you know what? Let's find out if it plays. What am I in? Oh, I think I'm in the... Yeah, I think I'm in the game one. So... how far behind on check-ins am I? Fucking controls remapped again! Every single time I update this plugin, the controls change. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of not knowing the controls for the game I'm working on. Doing my head in. So I'm decently behind. So this will probably look quite bad if it even works. Save first. I don't think we can. I think they're too far apart. I mean, at the moment, with the next updates, if I pick them up, we might be able to, because they might have elaborated more animation. I don't know. Ooh, I mean, you got a point, Dan. You got a point. Oh, huh. The ground doesn't have any collision. That's interesting. Oh, I didn't do the second jump. Yeah. Excuse me? Well, based on the fact that it's picking up a blue sphere with just a single animation, I think when we've got more animations, it probably means that it will work, actually. Yeah, I think it will do with the rest of the animations elaborated. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Blix? How is the jump distance power controlled? So, as I understand it at the moment, which is maybe not how it is right now, because it might have changed, I might have played the test version. I'm a little bit behind on the actual played version. But as I know it, if you're doing like a running jump or something, it's just based on like your speed, basically, like your playing speed. If you're doing a standing jump, it's the distance. Like if it's within a distance, it'll calculate it for you. And you can control yourself slightly in the air with the analog stick, so forward, back, left, right, to give yourself a bit more control and precision. And then things like when you're running up to something, if you I don't know which way round the controls are now, but at one time, if you tapped or held, and they might be swapped around now, if you tap it like steps up onto it, so then you can stride off. If you hold, it would hurdle it, so you could keep going past it, things like that. But mostly it's contextual, based on what situation you're putting yourself in for it. But then, for example, when you want to stick, that's down to your timing. So there's a stick input. So you'd have to have the right. If you're doing it standing, it would just calculate distance for you. If you're doing it running, you've got to get the speed right and everything, and then do the stick input. And if you do it too late, you're going to wobble. You're going to wobble and fall off. If it's too early, you're going to wobble and bounce. If you get it just right, then you'll stick. And then the more perfect you get it, the cleaner you'll stick. Things like that. Why is this song repeating? Sorry. Left side. This extends slightly more to cut across the start. Should be okay. Right. Why? This is because when I posted it in the Discord, I was like, "Oh, you guys know I'm the favorite member of the team." Da, 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 da. I never get David in the stream. I always get Dado because he's always watching me. He's always like judging me. I never get David in it. I reckon you're both just checking out now, checking out the competition. Maybe. Yeah, the forward analog, like on the stick, is gives you some control in the air. So you can adjust your power and things like that, which is nice. But a lot of it is contextually from like your timing on your inputs and how much speed you've got and things like that. It's gonna make more sense if I keep this squared up, because most of the floor is gonna be squared up, and then I'll just make a little wedge to fit there, I think. Because if I pull this, well, actually, no, I could just pull this back and it's just hidden in the wall, and that's fine. There you go. There you go. An answer from the man who is actually coding it instead of just someone who understands vaguely what coding is but can't write it. Wait, but how does... Dad, I'm just going to answer you here because I'm guessing you're in the stream. How does that make sense? Because the season 1 is from Google Maps, it's the place. No? Like, I've actually got these walls doubled up everywhere because they're thicker than I thought they were. How can they be thin? Looks weird sticking up. I'm sure it sticks up there, but it looks weird. I didn't know that. Suddenly a lot of things about this make sense now. Okay. I'll address that later. I'll come back to that. I'm behind schedule enough as it is, and I'm already working slow because, yeah. Man, I was literally like, I had OBS set up and everything. I was just about to click start streaming, and I got a call, and I got some weird news, and it's messed with my head massively. Not bad news, just discombobulating. Discombobulated. That's what I am. And it's messed with me. What do I want to listen to? I don't even know if it's on Spotify. It might not be. Can I feel that loading? Sure. Unreal's got a really annoying bug where, because I like to have my taskbar hidden, but if you full screen, if you maximize Unreal, it doesn't. If Unreal is the active window, you can't get it. You have to drag a different window on top, and it's annoying. Eminem. I do like Eminem. This is gonna sound so, you know, I like old Eminem. I like the old Eminem. I like the old Kanye. It's what I grew up on. That's why I'm looking for Infinite. Ah, it's only the single. Oh, you're from Detroit. Fair play. Oh, have you met him? This isn't. Here's some tracks featuring Eminem close to the Infinite era. Alright. I mean, alright, sure. Although, I've got to admit, this is good. Is this, out of curiosity, the same height? Yeah. Oh, this is what I understand. I don't think it's supposed to. Yeah, it's not hard, but so yeah, I might do. Yeah, okay. So I can just, this floor can just bridge across, that's fine. Makes that a lot easier. That's good to hear. I swear this was a different... I've heard a different version of this song. I've heard a much rawer version of this song. That wasn't quite so edited and wasn't quite so crisp. The Infinite, I know, is straight off of like the original mixtape. It's like proper crunchy 90 sounds. You hear the fucking tape deck still going in the background. It's messed me up. It's true. It is. The man speaks the true truth. Right, so they can't. The man does speak the true truth. Yeah, David. Need a stream from you tomorrow. Oh, also, I don't think I've had a chance to speak to you since the video you put on Instagram. Chef's kiss. Also, very STORROR. You've nailed the you've nailed the aesthetic. It was very STORROR. Was it all you, or was it did Toby or Sasha help with the editing? Well then, fair play to you. You nailed it. I don't remember the start of this. I remember this song without the intro skit. How do I know different... Oh, no, nothing. How do I know different versions of all of these songs? For the shrooms, I had nothing to do. I'm just fucking with you, because I got nothing to do. Some of the Molotov and cocktail. It was a good video. Yeah, but I'd imagine they've built up shortcuts over the years as well for themselves. Not like underselling their work in any way. I'm just saying. Ah, that's sick. Also, what the fuck am I colliding with here? Oh! That's what I'm colliding with. If it wasn't for the shrooms, I'd have nothing to chew. I'm just fucking with you, because I got nothing to do. Man, I'm gonna get us copyright stricken. So you have nothing to fall back on. Man. So when I was younger, right? So my brother, this was back in the day when you had the old iPods, like the iPod Classic, like the 64 gig thing was like that big. It was like a brick. I just loved it. So my brother had a phenomenal music collection on iTunes. He pirated everything. When LimeWire was a thing, man, he just took the website. He just emptied their servers. And we had all of the, like, everything that was ever produced with Eminem's voice on it. I mean, we had everything from every artist, but we had everything from Eminem with like all of his old mixtape stuff and things like that. And God, I remember I've got so many. I've got it somewhere still. I don't know where, but I remember all of his old like proper crunchy mixtape shit. Allegedly. Oh no, you're allegedly talking about the release date. Fair. Allegedly. A friend of a friend of a friend told me a story about a guy he knew once who. Man, do you remember the days when LimeWire would just like ruin your PC? That shit was toxic. Actually, there's a question. How many people in the stream are actually old enough to remember LimeWire? I have a sneaking suspicion David's not old enough to remember Lime well. This was the right playlist. This is sort of my mood out, sort of my vibe. For those curious, this is what I'm listening to. Rush Clip. That's why I'm laughing. Actually, yeah. It's just, God, just kids nowadays have no idea just how vile, just how dangerous the internet was in terms of malware and viruses, and just you couldn't trust any file, nothing. And all we had back in the day to keep us safe was McAfee. And look where McAfee is now. McAfee and Norton, look where they are now. No wonder we all got computer viruses. Oh man, what a man John McAfee is. Woof. That man's lived a life. What, the internet? So, nowhere near as bad as it was. Or, okay, I don't know if it's nowhere near as bad as it was, or if I've just got better at recognizing where I can and can't go. But it's a lot better than I remember it being. So if I just pull this back, how... So we thought that it was... Just all one big conspiracy. You'd install McAfee, you get a free virus with it that it would then detect for you. Oh god. That got me. That got me good. So wait, what would be the other side of this? Nothing. Okay, so I can't really have it poking out. Okay. I don't know why that comment's got me so much. Just the idea of every time you installed McAfee, you got a free virus so that McAfee can then detect it. And be like, see, I'm doing my job. Create the problem, then fix it. Profit. Watch. Oh, I think I'm delirious. I think it shouldn't be this funny. The problem is, I think it's true. It's funny because I think it might be true. Yeah, apparently Windows. Hello. Apparently Windows Defender is quite good now. I still don't use it. I use Kaspersky. Just because I've always used Kaspersky. Because my brother works in IT, largely IT security, and his company used to use Kaspersky. So I started using them because, yeah, and then I just never stopped using them. But honestly, when this license that I'm on runs out, I might end up just going back to just might go back to using Windows Defender. So apparently it's quite good. Yeah, Kaspersky's pretty good. But it's not cheap. But then I suppose, you know, if you're good at what you do, don't do it for free. But oh, what, you just been using Windows Defender? Yeah, apparently it's good. Apparently it's all you really need, to be honest now. I mean, especially if you're just like a normal average user. I could imagine like there being special use cases where you need something a bit more custom or a bit more high end or something like that. But even that, it's something. Don't use any virus protection. You're just out here raw dogging the internet. So, you're a brave man. You're a braver man than I am. In the dirty dozen. name. He goes by the name of Slim Shady. Ah, but I don't know what to call it. How'd you know? Cause I'm coming quick to strip your cash. Take it to your concert just to come over your ass, bitch. I'm coming out swinging. Make your ass spin. Out like Mike Tyson. I can't. I gotta stop. I'm gonna get us copyright shit. Ah, this was supposed to tilt down. I forgot. Yep. I imagine I'll be doing a stream. I'll definitely doing a stream, maybe 2 or 3 next week at some point. Because I'm not at work next week, as in my other job. I'm at home, so I'll have more time to stream. Peace. Thanks for joining us. Why did this pick up all the... They weren't even visible. That's a weird system where it just decides to pick up things that you can't see. I could do, but you've still got to select it in the first place to then create the mesh group. And I didn't do a mesh group to start with. Oh, I thought these are off axis as well. So how much do I actually care about this floor 2 and down? I don't think I care enough. Decided I don't care enough. Sure, this needs to be a custom job anyway. That's good. Very much. I'm gonna have to. I need to make a small column then. But now, I'll just. Oh god, I forgot about the Ken Kniff skits he used to do. Where do I want this? Thing is, if I'm going to do it like this, there's no point because you can't walk through it. So this needs to be thinner. So yeah, this doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. The top one might. Top one's done. back up. Way higher than it should be, but I think if it's any smaller, the capsule's not going to get through. Oh. Oh, that's the point. I need to actually... Um, actually, I might just omit the pillars splitting up. Just limit the pillars for now. But I'll come back to that decision. Unless I just put them on the corners. Or just make it wider. Technically correct, but well, I'm already not technically correct anyway. That it makes it a lot easier to work with. Oh, I forgot it extends the whole way down. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that means that this floor isn't... Wait. Is this floor... Hang on. Oh, they are thin, right. Holy shit. Do you know what's nuts, right? So when you watch this bio, this is a fucking wham jump. That's some distance. But it... Hurry up, where are we? It looks like nothing here. Like, it just doesn't look big at all. And it's fucking wham. Right, level. Do they not actually do anything near this bit that I'm looking for? Wait, is the wall only on one side? No, the wall's on the other side as well. Okay. Also, that's fucking scary, dude. Sticking a pre with a drop like that the other side, scary shit. Yo, honestly, perspective's bullshit. It's just a load of bollocks. That's all it is. Is that where up? That's where. Okay, so it doesn't extend all the way down. That's the bottom of this. Because he's like here-ish. There's the stairs, that's that corner. These garden bits. Okay, yeah. Oh no, so it does actually, it doesn't extend all the way down, but it's just a hole. Okay. Okay. Shit, that's so annoying. It's even more annoying. It's going to be the same one here as well. Hey, what's up, Luke? Good evening, good evening. How are we doing? Oh, it's so much. Unless, alright, no. Because this isn't right, I've actually made this wider than it should be. So, if we were to bring it back more in line with where it actually should be. Is like there. Thank you. It's nowhere near as much progress as should have been made. I've been quite busy with work today, so I've not been able to put any time on it. And then I was discombobulated just before starting the stream. It's a lot. No. It's not that much better, to be honest. Yes, no? It's a weird... That's what I based this trace on. But it's a little bit melty, so it's not 100% accurate, and as Dada told me earlier, Google Maps res is only accurate to a meter, so anything in that region is wildly estimated. Sleep pattern is... it's back to normal. Not that I've ever had a particularly normal or good sleep pattern, because I haven't, but it's back to my version of normal. Yeah. Oh, it's just gone into like playing similar songs. Okay. No. Actually, rather. Yeah, I guess so. The problem is, so this week I've been at my main job, which is where I'm at the moment. But I have to get up at 6:30, 7 every day, and I still don't go to sleep until 3, 4, because I can't. I try to, but I end up just laying in bed wide awake, staring at the ceiling. So my week on work, I tend to be, because I work week on, week off. My week on, I tend to be exhausted and sort of brain dead by the end of the week. Just no, but then it's not going to fix anything, because then I've got to do that, and the problem just moves. I'm just going to be chasing the tail here. This is not. Not gonna work. The funny thing is, right? If hits was my only job, waking up at 10 wouldn't be a problem, because I'm a night owl. So if I woke up at 10 and worked the whole way through the night, I'd be fine. I'd be chilling with that. But the issue becomes it's not my only job, and most other jobs aren't. That sort of sleep schedule is not conducive to most other jobs. Like if you went back hundreds of years ago, back into like villages, tribes, medieval days, whatever, I'd have just been one of the night guards the torch and a bow and arrow, keeping away the wolves at night and shit. That would be my job. It's like in my blood. I've tried so many times to force a normal sleep schedule and I can't do it. I can, but I can never do it in a way where my body's not fucked all the time. There's not going to be any way for me to do this nicely, is there? Might as well just bite the bullet. Yeah, but for some, like, the annoying thing is when I was a kid and a teenager, it was just by everybody, including myself, it was just put down to being a teenager because like your sleep schedule's messed up when you're a teenager, puberty hormones, things like that, and you tend to stay up a lot later. And it was always just put down to that. And then as I came out of my teenage years into being an adult, and it never changed. And it never changed, and it never changed. And I had different jobs, and I had to get up early, and I had to stick to a schedule. And I would, for months on end, stick to a schedule. And I never stopped feeling shit. And then the second I'd go, like, I'd have time off work, and I'd have 2 days off work. So I'd have, like, one night in the middle. That one night, in the space of 12 hours, my body would reset, and it would go back to staying up all night and waking up at midday. But in 12 hours, it would rubber band back. Just like, all right, well... fuck me, I guess. It's one of those things. It's just in my blood. Annoying me as well, one of the things I never really grew out of from when you were a teenager was needing lots of sleep. So I tend to I'd be awake all night, but I still need I need 10 hours sleep a day, which is a really weird mix. So I end up if I was just left to my own devices, I wouldn't see daylight. I legitimately wouldn't see daylight. But then I get quite depressed if I don't see sunlight. So I'm like, my body and my brain fight each other. They don't like each other. I don't. It's ridiculous. I'm honestly my own worst enemy. Which is one of the reasons I'm quite excited to, in the next couple of years, be moving to Thailand. Because the sunlight is, one, super consistent and predictable hours, sunlight hours in the day. But it's also super intense. So when you get it good. And then it recharges your batteries. This is the famous ball. That's what they used to say was on. It's going to be very good if you play some much. Legs. Yeah, it's one of those things. And the problem is, it is hard to. I don't want to say diagnose. It's hard to confirm when you're younger. Because it's really hard to tell if it is you or if it is just hormones. It's not until you become an adult where you can start telling that yeah, no, this is just my body. But the problem is most jobs don't accommodate that in any way. And the ones that do, honestly, are miserable. Night shift jobs suck. It's one of the reasons I'm so fortunate to have this position it hits, because it's one of the few jobs in the world that would actually accommodate such a messed up sleep pattern, which is incredible. I don't know about sheep. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because they're a prey animal. I know things like shark and dolphin and fish and that never really go to sleep. They'll half their brain will sleep and half of their brain will stay awake, and then they'll switch, because if they didn't, they'd end up drowning. I don't know about sheep, but honestly, maybe. Sleep's a weird thing, dude. Sleep's weird. A weird concept. What's another weird thing as well? Actually, this would be interesting, because I've never met anyone that, when I explained like my sleep schedule and things like that, related as far like completely was just like, yeah, that's me. I've had a lot of people that are like, yeah, they're night owls and whatever, but it's the combination, everything. So curious, do you ever remember your dreams? Because I don't. The only dreams I ever remember are nightmares. I don't remember normal, like good dreams, normal dreams, boring dreams, weird dreams, whatever. They just don't stick. The only ones that stick are nightmares. I have them a lot, because I don't. I used to have them a lot when I was a kid, but as an adult, maybe once or twice a year. But they're still the only ones I remember. But I'll remember nightmares years and years and years after having. Really weird. But I don't know if that's just a me thing. That one might be a me thing. Listen to this, I don't. Maybe. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. Right. Oh, sorry, I missed your message. I don't think I can imagine not dreaming or being aware of my dreams. Do you just wake up as if you'd just fall asleep, faded back? Do you know what? I wake up like I blinked. Like, it's the weirdest thing. I'll lay there for hours unable to sleep, and then I'll wake up. And it will literally just be like I blinked, woke up, and it was daylight. It's the weirdest thing. And it's most of the time, it's not restful. Like, it doesn't feel... I don't get, like, any satisfaction out of sleep, because I don't feel rested. I used to. I used to sleep a lot better when I was younger. It's definitely gotten worse since I was a teenager, and then never really got better. But I'll occasionally have like a good night's sleep where I'll go days and days and days, maybe a couple of weeks, sleeping like crap, and then I'll have a night where I just pass out and I'm out for like 16 hours, and then I'll like feel like I've slept. I still don't remember any dreams, but I feel like I've slept. But most of the time, yeah, it's like blinking. It's weird. See, I've always wanted to be able to be aware that I was dreaming. A few years ago, when I was younger, when I was like 21 or so, I'd done a lot of research into lucid dreaming because I wanted to be able to lucid dream, but I never managed to get it to work. I tried for ages, and then do you know what? Annoyingly, I met my girlfriend. Been together over 5.5, no, just short of 5.5 years now. And it came up one time. We was talking about it. And she was like, I was like, oh, have you ever like lucid dreamt before? And she was like, she didn't know what it was. And I told her, like, well, you're aware you're dreaming, you control it. She was like, well, she was like, I can't really control them, but I'm always aware that I'm dreaming. Like, she was like, almost every dream I'm in, I know I'm dreaming. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah. But did you do it on purpose? She's like, no, just happens. I was like, you mother. I spent months trying to get it. I was furious. The dreams are really vivid. Interesting. Yeah. Well, you dream during REM cycle, don't you? I think you dream during a REM cycle, but that's like the REM cycle is also the restful part of your sleep, isn't it? That's the bit like where your body actually recovers, which is the deepest part of your sleep. So in theory, unless I'm remembering them around, not dreaming would mean that I'd never sleep deeply. I don't know. But then also, I don't have an amazing memory. Well, no, I don't have bad memory. I have bad memory recall. I can't just pluck memories out. I need prompts. I need something to walk me into a memory. I can't just pick memories out. So it might be more connected to that than anything to do with my actual sleep. I mean, it might be the opposite. I don't actually know. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, you sleep in. You sleep in REM. You dream in REM sleep, which is why your eyes are rapidly moving, because it's recreating what's happening in your dream. So it's dreaming, as some researchers believe, either reflects or contributes to a healthy sleep. If you rarely or never dream, it may indicate you're sleep deprived. I've been sleep deprived since I was 14! Fuck. You're the one getting mad deep sleep. Yep. I see. I thought it was that way around because I've had so much trouble with sleep over my life. I've done a not insubstantial amount of research into it. Not super heavy, but a decent amount. And also, a mate of mine. So I done psychology in the sixth form, and one of my best mates was in the same psychology class, but he went on to do. He almost became a doctor, and then he switched into being going into psychology and being a therapist. And the topic of his dissertation was sleep, because he's an insomniac. He's like a chronic insomniac as well. It's real bad. Like medically diagnosed insomniac for years. So that was the topic of his dissertation. So we used to have quite a lot of conversations about sleep. But his sleep was way worse than mine. Like I say, he was an actual insomniac. Although I think he's been better. Oh no, he was better for a long time, and then he started getting worse again lately. Just because life and stress. Honestly, I could talk for hours about sleep. Such an interesting topic. And my sleep's so messed up. So, but the thing is, the really weird thing to me, and to be honest, as I go to say it out loud, it makes me realise it's probably more to do with what's going on in here when I'm awake. The fact that the only time I remember dreams, so in theory, the only time I dream, or at least dream enough for it to commit to memory, is when I have nightmares. Which probably says more about what I'm like when I'm awake than anything. That's because of how badly I sleep. Maybe I just have bad dreams. No, I mean, you might sleep. Just because you dream a lot doesn't necessarily mean it's restful. Oh, that's the point. I need to do that as a second search. Wait, where was that pie chart? So N3 is deep sleep. Oh, okay, so it's the moment. Right. So that build up into REM, that's the restful bit. N3. Okay, so I understand why dreaming contributes to healthy sleep. It's not the dreaming section; it's the fact that you're going into it. I think I get stuck here in N2. I think I get stuck in light, like that little pre-sleep and light sleep. I don't think I ever really break into this N3. But the thing is, just because you get to here doesn't mean you do. You might end up skipping that, or this might be super short for you, something like that. You might just like blast through the deep sleep straight into REM. Honestly, this stream was never productive. Don't worry about it. It was supposed to be, but it's. I came into the. I got, like I say, I got a phone call right before the stream. That was extremely distracting, and it's messed up any sense of productivity in my head. So if it makes you feel any better, you're actually improving my mood by giving me something to talk about, even if the stream's less productive. If that makes you feel any better. Also, like I say, I just find it fascinating. I could talk about sleep for hours. That's right. Do you know what's really weird, actually? So I got bad news earlier in the day, and I went through a whole day, like at work, of dealing with bad news, and it like really fucked me up for the whole day. And then I got, just before the stream, I got a call saying that bad news didn't actually happen. and it's messed with because and it's messed with me now because I ended up processing something that didn't happen, and now I'm rolling back, and that's why it's distracting. It's not necessarily that it's bad; it's just confusing. It's weird. Life's weird. Honestly, that's what it was. It was hard, like hard emotional whiplash. Well, you know, it also, to be honest, emotional whiplash, but it was also free therapy because it made me aware of some. It made me aware of some things that were haunting me that I didn't realize were haunting me until they came up. So, you know, free therapy. We take it. We roll with it. We learn lessons and move on. What if I should... That's not bueno. Hey, it's bueno. Working this map, you started to look at textures with Dado. What were we talking about with Dado? I probably have done it differently because I don't remember what I was talking about with Dado. But oh no, yeah, because we was looking at like the beveled edges and it kept creating a weird seam. And yes, I'm with you. I'm back. Yeah, so I spent yesterday creating a generator in Blender using geometry nodes to pump these meshes out procedurally, so that they've actually got. Hang on. There we go. So like the actual damage, and it's got like goopy bits on it and little pock marks and stuff, and then it will assign. It's got the main mesh. It'll assign a third mesh for that and a second mesh for the damage, and I can produce those procedurally now. So I can just feed like. It took me like a whole day to make the generator, and honestly, the generator is tweaking. But then I like made all of these in 5 minutes, maybe 10. Oh, actually, probably 10 because I tried to do multiple at once and it crashed it, and I was like, all right, I got greedy, so I had to wait for it to crash, bring it back up, and then just do them one at a time, and then it took about 5 minutes. And then I'm applying a material I've made, which looks quite good, and it sort of solves the edge issue because it's introducing that. The reason we wanted it beveled was so that they're not just straight edges everywhere, but the problem is you get issues with the UV. This is one, more realistic, and two, looks better. And it's faster. I do actually need to make more variations, and I need to tone down this goop stuff because it looked good on individual meshes, but then on mass it looks a bit. It needs to be a lot more sparing. And I just need to create more variations of that. But that's just that's just spend like half hour pumping out a ton of variations. And then the good thing is, because they work on a template, once all of these are in, I could just like pick a mesh. So this is 14, and I just want a different one. So let's make it 15. Well, mesh has changed because it all works on the template. So if I made like another 30 variations, I would just select meshes randomly and just swap them out. And it's all good. So yeah, it works quite well now, to be honest. Although the lighting's a bit weird in this level. Oh, I know why the lighting's weird in this level. It's because of the repo. I need to go pull something out of the art repo. And also, the good news is, I actually got Dado to pass this generator, which is wild because he never passes any of my shit. My shit's never good enough. Which is... It sounds insulting. It's not. It's always constructive, like, he likes bits of it could be better, step the bar up. He's always like keeping the bar slightly above where I'm working in a way that keeps me chasing it, and he helps me get there. But I showed him this and he was like, honestly, yeah, that's good. I was like... But, which means we can use this tool a lot more and similar tools to this now. So producing these scenes and environments should be a lot faster going forwards. I want to see if I can get it working in Unreal so that I don't have to flip back and forth, and I can just like I could just draw out this and then plug it in and do custom shapes and stuff, but you know, we'll get there. So do this, do that wall, then onto that section. Actually, do you know what? I'm gonna break this quick. Active what's happened to the... It's weird. Oh, also, I got something completely off topic. Do you watch Has Been Hotel? Have you watched Has Been Hotel? Haha, you think I would, but no. Because in theory, any wall should be vaultable. Anything within reason. I've got like an Unreal mannequin, which is the default Unreal character, which is 6 feet tall, average build. So I'll make things in reference to that. If I need something specific size, I'll make some specific size. If I'm just making generic pieces, I'll just make it in relation to him, so that it's like a reasonable size for a human being to handle. And then, honestly, the system that Dado and David have developed just handles it. As long as the collisions are simplified to a box, so it's not got like a million things to trace, it just handles it. And if I'm modeling for... So I done parkour when I was younger for 6 years, something like that. So I've got like a base understanding of what a human is and isn't capable of. So if I model on the assumption that I could have done it at the peak of my training, or if it's like close but it's out of my range, that means STORROR can do it, which means we'll have an animation for it. It's also, you say you haven't heard of it. So it's on Prime Video. The first episode is on YouTube, and the pilot from years ago is on YouTube. Which was... It's a very, very specific style of humor, and if you like it, you'll love it, and if you don't, you'll hate it. But it's worth having a look at, just to see if you like it. Called Has Been Hotel. Hazbin Hotel. Oh, these are way too tall. Yeah. Well, not vampire, demon, but yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. The woman who came up with the idea and is in charge of it. The username is on YouTube is VivzyPop. I can't remember. I think her real name is Vivian. So it's based on sketches she done when she was at school, and then she created a world around it, and she created this pilot episode 2-3 years ago, and the pilot episode alone gathered such a cult following that Amazon Prime picked it up and made a show out of it, which is what, with like Broadway Hollywood voice actors, it's nuts. And it's just released, so there's a lot of marketing for it and things like that. So good. But like I say, it's a very specific style of humor, and if you like it, you love it, and if you don't, you will hate it. It will be very polarizing. I think it's hilarious. I highly, highly recommend it. And I highly recommend, it's got a spin-off that she does herself with a much smaller team on her YouTube channel called Hell of a Boss, but it's the same universe. These also need to be thinner. Yeah, no worries. It'd be interesting to see what you think of it. Hey, what's up, Jasperry? So I took a Google Maps section using plugin of a real world location, traced it with the red ones, so there's just like a simple block out version of the real world place. But they're going to act as the collision, so as a simplified collision. So these like high poly walls that I'm putting on don't actually have any collision. So when our system is trying to trace surfaces, it's only got to trace a flat cube. There's an approximation of it, which is way faster than having to trace thousands of vertices. Yeah. So really, I'm not putting the red ones inside of the walls, I'm putting the walls on top of the... Oh! There should be a hole there. Yes, you would indeed. I need to make... Do you know what? While I'm here... It's too big. Oh, thank you for spreading the word. Every little helps. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. It is weird because it is actually, like, well, at least from my standpoint, it's less productive to stream. Yeah, that's why I said it's a very specific sense of humor. If you like it, you'll love it. Yeah, it's a weird thing for me because streaming is actually, for me, way less productive because I like talking to you guys, so I end up getting wrapped up in it. But I do, like I say, I enjoy talking to you guys, and it's nice for you guys. And I started out as a backer, so like, get it. You guys want to see the progress. But yeah, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. Plus, yeah, I think it's good to be honest with the people that have backed the game about where it's at, where it's going, get their feedback, get their input. It's a good thing. But yeah, R-rated musical. So it doesn't exhaust me per se. It doesn't exhaust me, but it does distract me slightly. Do you know what's really weird as well? Is in real life, I'm not a particularly sociable person. I'm actually a hermit. Quite a lot in real life. I've got, like, don't get me wrong, I've got friends, and I don't have issues talking to people, and I've got a public-facing job. I work in security and things like that. But in general, yeah, I'm a hermit. But I'm way more comfortable streaming than talking to you guys, which is really weird. But I think it's because I know there's shared interests, so it's easy. The problem with strangers is that it's not always shared interest, and you're having to like explain shit and things like that. Fair. So what is it you stream on Twitch? Oh, that's cool. Fair play. Oh, okay. Are you on the SVP Discord? I was going to say, because like where we got the shameless the shameless plug channel. Feel free to plug your stream in there. Why did I make this a different material? I must have had a reason. I don't know why though. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what. Let's see if I can, because most people can't share links in this stream, but in theory, I'm the admin. Hey, I'm the admin. Yes, there you go. Stream invite. Stream invite? Discord invite. Is it in the... I would imagine it's in the emails. Yeah, it might not be discoverable from like a searching for it standpoint. Shit, what's our... Oh my god, what's our game website called? There we go. Is it on the website? What? Just... Yeah, right, I got it. Wait. I love the fact our website's down. No, the FAQ is the FAQ is like actual frequently asked questions for the Discord and for the game and for getting the demo and things like that. Yeah, I mean the rules are all fairly like simple. It's pretty much don't be an arsehole. Channels, like use the appropriate channel for what message you're sending, and then just don't be mean to people. And those are about the rules. Yeah, maybe it's not in the emails. Because originally we started on Kickstarter, and when you done that, you would get access to the Discord because that's how we disseminated the demo. But I think the Discord has been pushed a lot less since we got the actual website out. Which also, was it Giles that done this? Giles done a banging job at his website. Also, David, since you're in here, is Giles doing our website as well? Or is that Dado doing our website, which is why it just says hello world, my basic website? That's fair, I respect that. Dado did that, yeah. It seemed like a Dado thing to do. Studio and design. Well, like the branding side of it. I mean, right. Okay. I don't want to see. I'm slightly conflicted here because if we've got someone like if Raj is doing it, I don't want to put him out of a job because Raj is fucking good at what he does. But one of my best friends is a graphic designer and B specializes in branding. That's what he done. Like when he was at uni doing graphic design, branding was his game. And he's a gamer, and he's in that whole like he's a nerd as fuck as well. So he's in that like nerdverse. I mean, yes, yes. But if we've got someone in the pipes, if Raj is doing it or whatever, then. But if we're looking for someone, I know someone. I know a guy. Sorry, downsides of being super public, is you'll get even more people spamming for updates. Yes. Yes, we know. Shady. Shady. Yeah, after the first like the first timeline went to pot, which wasn't entirely our fault. You know, COVID played a large part in destroying the original timeline. I think we've just stopped giving timelines because it's not worth it. And also, we've got to stage where it's like, we want to do it right. So let's do it right. Say, not even... Wait. Not even a little bit. Bruh. Why? It's supposed to be you and me versus Dado. What's this? What is this? Betrayal. That's what this is. Betrayal. Betrayal. I love how much I love how much whenever you see us three ever in like the same space, whether it's the same call, the same chat, the same stream, we're just shitting on each other constantly. And then if you ever see any one of us in a stream on our own and someone brings up the others, all we do is praise them. Like I've gone back, I've rewatched streams and that, and I see Dado and David praising me, and you'll see me praising them in streams. The second you put us in the same room, it's like we're enemies. It's the... Do you know what? Fair. Valid. Can't imagine, like, you must be sick of Dado. The amount of time you spent with him. You guys are in calls, like... Honestly, you guys are in calls, like, 18 hours a day every day. Ridiculous. I'd murder somebody. I couldn't spend that much time with someone. The only person I can spend that much time with is my girlfriend. And it's... Anyone else, I would just murder. Sometimes we just sit there silent. What does that mean? Honestly, I believe you. Because I've been in those calls where I'll jump on and the three of us will discuss something, the updates here, talk about stuff, problem solving, happy days. Right, we're going to crack on with our work. You'll mute and deafen yourself. Me and Dado won't say anything. You'll just randomly drop out the call. And then Dado will just be like, all right, I'm going off for a coffee. And then he'll disappear for 3 hours. And I'm like, oh, all right. Gang. Oh, so this isn't a pillar. This is just a massive wall that extends down. Okay. Also, what's this? What? Why are you a moderator? I'm not a moderator on this stream. What is this? This is outrageous. This is... Did you comment at me for nepotism? This is favoritism right here. That's what this is. Outrageous. Outrageousness. Outrageousness? That's not a word. Outrageosity? This is outrage. Outraging? No, this is outrageous. Yeah, outrageous. New Prince of Persia game. See, whoever said I was easily distracted? David's going to start a revolution. Honestly, the amount of times I've started revolutions in the against Dado, it's ridiculous. Do you know what's really bad? Didn't I swear I started without. I went outrageous, outrageousness, outrageously. Like I started on the right word and went further away. This is cool. Maybe. It's interesting. Yo, this looks fun. This is going back to the roots. I love it. Yo, this looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. Like that. The last Prince of Persia game I played was oh shit, what's it called? When you had the light side and the dark side, and you had like the spike chain whip that you could like pull out of your arm. Two Princes? I think it was a PS2 game. Pretty sure that was the last Prince of Persia I played. No, Sands of Time was a different one. Yeah, no, Sands of Time is old. I did play that, but that's old. I think it's Two Princes. Ah, Two Thrones. Two Thrones. There we go. 2005. Yes, yeah, PS2. That was the last one that I. Let me just. That was the last one I played. Yeah, with that like chain, spiky chain whip that so you get out, pull out your arm and that. And Prince of Persia games, good games. Fuck. They were good games. Do you know what else is a really good game? It was super underrated. Like, went completely under the radar. A game called Primal. There's a decent chance none of you would have ever heard of this game. This game slap. Oh, really? That's nice. Okay. Question. Do you think that's what inspired your foray into the world of parkour? Just curiosity. Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine it plays like shit now, just very. But back in the day, it was a game. Hellbreath. Never heard of it. What was the question? Oh, I was asking Luke if some of his earliest memories with his dad playing Prince of Persia games, if that's what led him into the world of parkour. Hellbreath, wait, Olympia? Which is Hellbreath? Yo, this is old school. This is old school, man. Fair play. Sure, the biggest game that I played as a kid that was like, people will know about it now for a different reason, but at the time no one knew about it. Is this? I played the fuck out of this game. I 100% of this game so many times. And I have waited for 15 years for Beyond Good and Evil 2, and it is still not out. That it has taken the record off of Doom for, I don't know, yeah, is it Doom? It was Doom. For the longest game in development, hell. Sent to skateboard with a board without board at school too. Oh, that sounds alright. I mean, that sounds about the story I've heard from everybody who ever got into parkour. Was I like to move as a kid. I like to jump and skateboard and shit like that. Parkour was just the natural development of movement. Don't get me wrong, I was a monkey kid. I couldn't walk down the street without climbing everything, without balancing the curb, without stepping up things, just, you know, classic stuff. Look at the speed, I never knew. Look at the speed, I never knew. I never knew. Oh, that's fair. I think the first time I saw parkour, I came across it on YouTube. No, it would have been video games. Maybe Prince of Persia, maybe Assassin's Creed. First time I saw it in real life was on YouTube. I used to watch the old... Do you remember the old, like, Eastern European phase that YouTube went through for parkour? Where it was... They weren't, like, big, showy... Like, big Kongs, Prees, roof caps, anything like that. It was, like... It was just, like, a Russian dude or Polish dude in, like, a park doing just the wildest flows you've ever seen on, like, the monkey bars and stuff. Just, like, flowing back and forth and wrapping around it and stuff. That was my introduction to, like, real-world parkour. And then I happened to just... Warsaw? Maybe. I don't remember the names because I was so young. Let's have a look. And then when I was at school as a teenager, I met a kid who I ended up becoming really good friends with who was into parkour and freerunning, and he taught me. Black and white? What? Nah, it wasn't black and white. Yes! Actually, yeah, this was one of the dudes. 100%. I mean, it went through a phase where there was a lot of videos like this. But this was one of the dudes. In fact, this might have actually been the video. Wait, no, 2009, how old was I? 13? Then no, this is a little bit too late. I might have already... Wait, how old was I when I... Actually, no, it might be about right, no? Might be... Is this... It might be... This might be a little bit late. I'm not 100% certain. I remember that. Actually, I remember that specific clip. Yes, this park is a core memory for everyone that's into parkour. This dude was doing wild. So this is how you know he was doing wild shit. Because you watch the stuff in his videos in 2009, and today you still look at it and you're like, fucking 15 years later, you're looking at it going, yeah, this is hot. So far ahead of his time. Is it not? Man, rest in peace. But yeah, this sort of shit was my introduction to parkour. And frustratingly, it was the sort of stuff I could never really do. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Black and White's the good game. Sorry. Ah, I'm with you, Luke. I'm with you. Yeah, this was the style I always wanted to do and I never could. Like, naturally, my body leans into just doing power-based stuff. So that's always what I've done. Although I say power-based stuff, I look back at old clips of what I used to do and it's shit. At the time, I thought it was alright, but this is just wild, man. Honestly, David, this is, yeah. But then how, like, from an input standpoint, how do you handle this? From, like, a player input, it would be... Yeah, parkour peaked. Honestly, that's what it felt like. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. But I even mean, like, theoretically, how would you do it? Not even like the technical issues of how do you get the player to operate in a space that small. Even if we scaled it up to fit the space and everything. Just like, how do you deal with the complexity of inputs you need for that? Hopefully, that'd be sick if we can. Oops. You said something else somewhere as well. Oh, Davinsky plan. Yes, I already recognise this thumbnail. Yeah, but you're never going to get Dado to go for tagging objects like that. I remember this video. Man, how do you remember all of these group names? Yeah, I literally went parkour bars park old. Whoa, you're just pulling names out like they're just ridiculous. Challenging Callum for the parkour historian. Ah, also, do you remember Tim Sheaf? Fucking Livewire used to handstand everywhere. What happened to him? Yeah, classic video. I want to see him come out the window. Where is it? Go. This is what I'm looking for. Like, that's actually ridiculous. He went, hold up. He went vegan, drunk his own pee, and blinked health insurance on being vegan. Vegan and drank his own pee, and blinked health issues on being vegan. Anyway, like this, this back whip. Seriously? Fair enough. Man, talk about never meet your heroes. Yo, Damien Walt's sick. Ah, do you remember there was an old Damien Walter video where he was... Hello? Oh, sorry, S on the end. where there was one shot where he was in a gym and he's on like a bounce track or something, and he's doing a round and he fucking pikes backwards through this like 4-foot hole. Just absolute obscene shit. 2009. Then what was good? Honestly, this like 209, 210 period, we were eating well. Don't get me wrong, we're eating well today, but even back then, we were eating well. Fair enough. Yeah, wild times, man. Yeah, Damien Walker's skill set's nuts. His what's the word for it? His ability to keep track of where he is, where he's oriented and where he is in the air, like his rotation and his like constant reference to where the ground is, it's immaculate. The dude just doesn't get lost ever in the air. He's also absolute jacked. So ripped. Spatial awareness, there we go. Man, he had the cleanest pikes as well. Yeah, so he done that, but he like full pikes backwards through a little hole in like in the crash mats. I don't know where it is. I don't know what video it's in. It must be this video too. I scanned through and I didn't see it. Let's... Man, I don't know. He's got a lot of videos. I know it was in this like blue gym. Probably. I think they were all around the same time, like 208 to 211. That like periods. Have a look at the 2010 one and then I'm giving up looking for it. This one. You were right, 2010. Because I remember that. Which means it's got to come afterwards, right? Oh, no. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't know, I'm giving up. I'll look up Daniel back video and then I'm going back to work. Is this the one you're on about? Choose not to fail. Do you know what? If we can find enough footage to do this accurate, we should rebuild Voxel in the game. It's outrageous that Voxel doesn't exist anymore. But for old time's sake, as like heritage, we should put Voxel in the game. Jump stays the outer spots. Fair enough. Yeah, I never got a chance to go to Voxel. Fortunately, before it got torn down. I don't even know what it was supposed to be. Like, cause it wasn't built as a parkour park. I don't know what it was, but it's like, what else is it going to be? Honestly. Ah, right, fair enough. Anyway, I really need to get some work done because I've just procrastinated now. Ah, see, now, why you got to tell me that? So we're looking for older than 14 years. 207 showroom? Why are we just in darkness? Okay. Somehow I don't think this is the video you're on about. Hey. What? I searched London 2006. Oh, I'm doing it with 2 C's. Oh, it's also Daniel Ilbaka, not Danny. What? Type of Danny? Oh! Wait, hang on. Sorry, I got distracted by my fuck up search here. Hang on. That was disgusting. Oh my God, his knees, his ankles. It's heavy. Ugh. I mean, fair play, but ugh. That's weird seeing that in orange. That's weird seeing that. 1 in orange and 2 so clean. That's weird. It's kind of nuts how far Parkour's come since then. Now, do you know what? That's exactly what I was just saying. This was next level at the time. I mean, some of it, like that pre, for example, like the pre at the start is still wild. But things like that seem weird now. That would be like a prep nowadays. It's weird. That's clean. That was clean. Oh, look at the form. Look at that 180p form. Fair. Yeah. Yeah. You can just compare it to anybody nowadays. It's weird. And see, it's a weird one as well, because you look at it and you're like, oh, it's nuts how far we've come nowadays. But you can't undersell like what they were doing back in the day. And like they're still the first ones doing it. It's still scary as shit. You're not 100% certain anyone else can do it. You're not 100% certain you can do it because no one's done it yet. It's wild. There is a little bit of that as well. Like when you've got someone proving that a certain amount can be done, and you're like, oh, okay, so we thought this was the limit. We broke it and got to here. Well, what if I break that limit? And then yeah, once one person starts breaking it, everyone starts breaking it, and then like you say, you bring the creativity, you just skyrocket. It's gonna take. Stuff. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's true actually. At the start they were just dudes. Yeah, now people are in shape. As a point. Oh yeah. But to be fair, like that's just the way. I mean, not just sports. That's just the way like disciplines in general go. Like you need that time for it to develop and for people to work out the science behind it, what works, what doesn't, things like that. And if you think about it, parkour's still young. Like even now, it's still young, especially when you compare it to like other sports, disciplines, martial arts, things like that. So that's cool. That's just cool. That there's like a sports science class focusing on it. That makes me feel good. Oh, I thought you meant like they studied sports science or whatever, and one of the topics was like the sport of parkour. I thought that's what you meant. Ah, it'll get there. It'll get there. The thing is, what's wild to me, and so, okay, so I'm approaching this from, yes, I've done parkour, but I'm approaching this from like a martial arts perspective because I spent a lot more of my life doing that, and I've taught it and things like that. Is you had like that, you had thousands of years of martial arts, refined, mastered. This works, this doesn't. This works here, this works here. And you get to like the pinnacle of martial arts, and then we hit MMA 80s, 90s, and it went to a whole like other level. So you took something that was thousands of years old that you thought was mastered and you just blew it out of the water. What's going to be nuts is when that happens to parkour, like, because parkour is still young, so it'll go for ages and ages and ages and get mastered in that, and then someone's going to come along and do something weird, and it's going to completely change the game all over again. So it's so exciting. That's cool though. In a lot of ways. Mind states of philosophy, because it's just mastery of your own body. A lot of martial arts isn't even about necessarily. Nowadays, it's not necessarily about the martial art, because it doesn't really exist in that form anymore. A lot of it is just mastery of your own body and discipline and things like that. It's just. It's a weird one because it is still about hurting people, but like there is just a certain different level to it now. You had a lot of stuff on all four, sat through and time with music. It's not ringing any bells for me. You sure this wasn't one of your fever dreams? There is no way. There is no way on this planet you're being given colour t-shirts, fruit, slaps the floor, old parkour video, and you're going to get it that quickly. I refuse to believe it. It's outrageous. I don't believe you. I reckon it was a fever dream. I don't think it actually happened. I'm just like gaslighting me now. Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's not a video. Wait. Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? No, I need to custom make that floor anyway. It's because it didn't happen. It's not a video. Imagine fever dream. He said earlier he has vivid dreams. Just gaslight. In the early crazy days of YouTube, there's no way a video like that exists. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's not... You're tired of parkour historians. Yeah, do you know what? Callum's taking it back. Sorry. You challenged him. You gave him a run for his money, but... I'm gonna go on for 10 minutes. It's been bugging me. Do you know what my version of that is? So when I was at sixth form, right? So when I was younger, I used to watch an anime called PARKOUR Sakura. And then I didn't watch it for, I don't know, 10 years maybe. And I was at sixth form and I saw some mate of mine, and for some reason an image of one of the episodes of PARKOUR Sakura popped into my head. And I couldn't remember what show it was from. I just had an image of like a ghost in a high school and an anime, and that was it. And I spent like 3 weeks trying to work out what it was. Trying to like, I was gripping at people, telling them, what is this? Someone has to have seen this show. It took me weeks to find it. I'm not gonna lie, finding what it was, I got an endorphin kick from that. Like just from solving it. That brain worm, I got an endorphin kick. Sit down and kill my family still. Getting broke anyway. Yeah. No, my plan was to get this finished. Not looking good. It's really not looking good. Don't tell Dada, but it's not looking good. Alright, sweet. Bet. I mean, you've signed that now. You've signed the contracts. You've put your name down in blood. That's it. You're my sacrificial lamb. We've really had to see this Latvian parkour video. To be honest though, we did have to see it. I don't know this song. Do you know what? That is genuinely weird that I don't know an Eminem song. Considering when I was younger, I used to listen to him religiously. And had everything, including all of his old like crunchy mixtapes in there. That's weird. I don't know this. From the Marshall Mathers LP. Really? Was this on the original Marshall Mathers LP or is this like a remaster? Released 2000 from the original Marshall Mathers LP. Bonus track on it. Placing Kim on the clean versions of the album. Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe I didn't have the clean versions of the album. Because I was expecting this song in this part of the album to be Kim, so that would actually make sense. I mean, I'm not quite sure why this is clean, but that's by the by. Yeah, so it was on the clean version of the album, featured on limited editions in Australia. Okay, so that's probably why I don't know it. It sounds weird. The music's weird. I'm glad there was someone else though that didn't recognise it either. We need this as a playable level. Yeah, I think it's going to be a playable level. So I asked Dado, I was like, because he asked how long it's going to take, and I went, well, it depends if it's for filming or if it's for playing. And he went, no, it's going to be playable. So I'm like, alright, it's going to take longer because I've got to do it properly. I can't skip bits and hide bits and that. I've got to do it. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would, to be honest. Wait, actually, how long have we been streaming? Fucking hell, 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. Yeah. Yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah. We're letting the record skip. The record skip. See you later, dude. Thanks for joining the stream. To be fair, I think I might stop. I might stop the stream soon, lock in and power through this because I'm away from the PC for the next 2 days. I won't be back till Friday night, and honestly, this needs to be done. So I might just jump off and get a coffee and then just smash it out. So before I go off, does anyone have any final requests of like parkour nostalgia they want to watch or anything like that? Alright, well, I'm going to take the silence as a no. No one has any final requests. So, thank you all for joining me in this stream. Thank you all for keeping me going and honestly for cheering me up. And I shall bid thee. Well, I imagine I might be on streaming over the weekend. I don't want to commit to it, I don't want to promise, but I wouldn't be surprised if I do. If not, I'll definitely be streaming next week. Until then, you're going to be stuck with Adam and David. Unfortunately for you guys. Anyway. Where's OBS gone? Where the hell is OBS? The desktop VB said Fort, STORROR, TikTok, and then I merged it. There we go, OBS. Right. Very well. Peace.